Vladimir Putin is being spoken for by the Trump administration. And things got so crazy, Marco Rubio was actually asked, do you have any intention of selling weapons to Moscow to fight the Ukrainians? And he actually, the Secretary of State actually had to deny that the United States had plans to give intelligence or weapons to Russia. That's how far into the pocket we are of Moscow. Not America. Donald Trump and his regime work for Russia, period.
Yeah. Well, so your piece, as if things could be more terrifying, you says urgent warning. Trump is planning to invade Canada and Greenland. You just said the details of Trump's phone conversation with Justin Trudeau have given me and finally the New York Times an unambiguous intelligence indicator that the decision has been made to annex Canada. This is my assessment of the situation. The political rhetoric in the last 5 weeks of the Trump regime is giving clear indications the U.S. fully intends to invade and seize Canada and Greenland at Trump's command. The possible timeline is 6 to 18 months of political destabilization to weaken the Canadian economy, split political parties, carry out secret destabilization efforts, including identifying and making contact with Canadians who would betray their country. I mean, Malcolm, I said this started as, oh, he's just being a D to Justin Trudeau. Oh, it's just a joke. Oh, it's just Trump. But there was a French submarine off the coast of Nova Scotia after his latest threat to annex Canada yesterday. I mean, the Canadians are taking him seriously now, right?
Canadians are taking him very, very seriously. I'm listening to my in-laws. I'm listening to people from the national security scene. We did a Twitter Spaces that went 6 hours on this subject the other day. Canadians are serious as a heart attack. Trump started this in December, early December, when he started his joke about the 51st state. I've assessed that none of this has ever been a joke. I don't know if you guys have had anyone on to talk about the ideology above the oligarchy that Elon Musk, Mark Andreessen, Peter Thiel, and David Sachs, the South African four that are running Silicon Valley, believe in. And it's from a nut named Curtis Yarvin, who created a philosophy called Neoreactionary. The Neoreactionary ideology, which you can go on the New York Times and watch a 45-minute interview with Curtis Yarvin and find that they're crazy. They intend to establish a techno-bro monarchy above and replace democracy. They are the ones who came up with the plan to get rid of every government employee and replace it with AI. And they're saying right now, oh, by the way, the philosophy was called RAGE, remove all government employees. These people are saying now they're not tearing down government fast enough. So where did this plan for Canada come from? The techno bros have this philosophy where they believe that from the Mexican border to the North Pole in Greenland should be the greater America, technate they call it, in order to get the raw minerals, to get the water and the materials from Canada to fund an Elon Musk-led techno dictatorship.
Yeah. Well,
I can't believe the words are coming out of my mouth.
I know. Someone said yesterday
are the greatest. Greatest threat since Al Qaeda and ISIS to America.
Yep.
Someone said yesterday. I mean, it's more proof he just wants to be like his buddy Putin. This isn't about fentanyl. It's not about the border. Canada's Ukraine to him. It's like, no, I want that. I mean,
it is.
He literally said yesterday. So I didn't even keep track of where we are with the pointless trade war. He had ordered a doubling on the tariff of Canadian steel and aluminum in response to Doug Ford's electricity tax, blah, blah. Ford's action was itself a response to Trump's earlier tariff move. Trump said he would declare a national emergency on electricity. He issued a separate series of demands for Canada to drop existing tariffs. Repeated his insistence they become our cherished 51st state, vowing to erase the artificial line of separation that defines the U.S.-Canada border. This is just This is just madman stuff. I mean,
listen, in January, when he was asked did he intend to use force on Canada, he said, yes, economic force to annex them. Canada, the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, before he left, his last thing he said was, the United States intends to annex Canada. We will never become the 51st state ever. The Prime Minister of a foreign country that borders us has publicly stated they are going to be annexed by the United States. And 2 hours ago, Howard Lutnick, his Secretary of Commerce, did it again, saying that we can absorb the Canadian economy and bring them in as the 51st state. This is not a joke. If this were me giving an intelligence assessment of any other country, I would say invasion is imminent. But I think what they're going to do is destabilize the Canadian economy, which every Canadian politician is saying today.
Yeah.
They want to shatter it, and then they will do an armed incursion, because they'll have to. There's no way the Canadians are going to surrender to us. But it's serious.
No,
this is not a joke.
That's what Ford said. Ontario won't back down. He said, we will not back down. We will be relentless. I do apologize to the American people that President Trump decided to have an unprovoked attack on our country, on families, on jobs. It's unacceptable. Trump said, I love this part, we don't need your cars. We don't need your lumber. We don't need your energy. Very soon you'll find that out. Make America great again. Well, then what's the point of this whole thing? I mean, he says we don't need your electricity, and then he's like, there's a state of emergency.
I'm not joking. Not joking. This tech bro ideology of neo-reactionary. Everyone go watch the New York Times interview of Curtis Yarvin. If you want to know what is pushing the White House to have this idea that they're going to take everything from the Mexican border to Alaska to Greenland, it's these nuts, the broligarchy above the oligarchy, and they're saying taking Canada and the fresh waters of the Great Lakes are critical. We may be pushed into war by a bunch of noons who are running Silicon Valley, and it may turn into a shooting war.
So we are obviously in the axis of evil now. Clearly, it seems they're signaling the next step is us getting out of NATO. The European Union responded on Wednesday to Trump's metals tariffs, saying the member states will place countermeasures for up to about $28 billion worth of U.S. goods. Head of the European Commission said tariffs are taxes. They're bad for business, even worse for consumers. These tariffs are disrupting supply chains. They bring uncertainty for the economy. Jobs are at stake. Prices will go up in Europe and the U.S. Yeah, you thought supply chains were bad during COVID. I mean, but it's just, here we are. This is the entire world order has been turned on its head in a month, Malcolm.
It's smooth. Yes, it is. We are the bad guys by default. None of us chose this. The people that chose it are about to lose all their SNAP benefits, Social Security, Medicaid, and they think that it's great. I have people out there saying, he's a strong leader. He's destroying the American economy. You are witnessing the triumph of quite possibly the second greatest propaganda machine in history, second only to the Nazis. And God knows we haven't reached that yet, but are reaching out for it.
And Malcolm,
these people have been led to believe the last 4 years were the worst economy in American history when it was the best economy in 70 years. And now they're saying Trump has just restored the great economy and the market is literally crashing.